You guys got that. Go ahead and head here. They don't want any peace, my god. We'll take a ducat's hit. I got no choice but to accept that. You'd be willing to give me that, but you don't want to give me that. I think you're gonna lose that other fort here shortly. Who is this against? This is against Bohemia. Go ahead and revoke the embargo. Oh, they accepted peace too fast. Hungary released Serbia and Silesia, a sovereign state. Well, that's stupid. Now Poland will get 924. Good, we're getting a lot of money out of that. 927, take that back. Okay, so one thing I said I needed that was a problem is, let's go ahead and get this. Well, let's do it against France. I can punch them. I can't punch the Mamluks. Mamluks are too powerful now. The only real way we could probably beat up the Mamluks is the fact that they could probably take the first fort. We would just have to hold them out on the Constantinople side, which if we did, we'd probably win. Alright, so that works. I said we will need these, so let's get 1, 2 built. We need these. 110, not bad. Good, that gets them set up and ready to go. The question is, would we rather have the Timurids be more powerful or the Mamluks? That's always a good question. Probably going to see a big casualty rate kick in here. Timurids have 134,000 troops with no more manpower reserves. Mamluks have 158,000 with 32,000 in reserve. Serbia has turned into a little juggernaut. I'm going to hold out for Diplotech. I just don't know how useful diplomatic ideas are going to be for a while, because we're going to be so behind on Diplotech. We might want to just go for quality ideas, to be honest, because that's infantry combat, cavalry combat, and the artillery combat getting a little bit more powerful. I think that's honestly what we'd rather do. Also, let's go ahead and get these guys training. I'm hoping if I get lucky, maybe we luck out. Maybe for whatever reason the game doesn't have Austria and Hungary get their alliance back. If they don't happen to get alliance back, then that's our European punching bag that we've been needing. Does that mean Crete's fine then? Yeah, for most part Crete's fine. I guess doing the religious thing was a pretty good idea, as it calmed most of the rebels down early. Already Catholic, so we're good there. We could embrace the tech already, that's actually surprising. Alright, that's not bad. We're gonna build that just to get money. Yeah, we might end up having to just do another military tech. Because we're going to have a lot of leftover military, because I'm still using the admin tech for innovative ideas and economic ideas. Alright. Let's see. Could build 5 more galleys, that would be useful. I think one thing that will be hurting us is the fact that I am using some outdated ships for galleys, so that's actually going to be pretty bad for a while. Brandenburg, you're a great alliance to have. Does that mean my... Oh, yeah, my good leader's in. Cores are in place. Is that for Crete? Must have been Crete. Yeah, Crete's pretty much calmed down. Hungary is no longer considered a great power. So France is number 1. Ming's number 2, somehow. Mamluks are 3, Timurids 4, Russia's 5, I'm 6. Yeah, I see why France is number 1. It has access to a large colonial base. Beyond useful. Mexico? Wow, Mexico became an independent republic. That's pretty funny. Let's say that's... We're doing that because we need more legitimacy. Legitimacy is still becoming a problem. Alright. Alright. So. Thing is, we could go to war with the Ottomans right now. If we go to war with them, they have no allies, we can take anything we got a claim on. Oh, man. I really do want to declare war on them. I want to wipe them out. Both of these guys. Close enough. There they go. Perfect. Let the territory de-siege itself. That's good. Go ahead and head here next. And that should deal with most of the rebels. Alright, you guys head here. You guys will besiege it. Earlier we had another group of rebels spawn up there. Go ahead in here. Alright. Just feels so weird that it's already 1667. It doesn't feel like I've been doing that much. I guess that's a difference, I guess, playing with the colonial game in comparison to this. Like, if you play the colonial game, there's so much opportunities to take land. Just so much. Just makes it, I guess, more entertaining from a player's perspective. Because you can't really play a colonial game as any of these Eastern European countries. It's really difficult. I think you could probably play it as Prussia. I did do it when I did a custom game. Because I made my own country, and then when I was done with it, and I formed Prussia, I actually was able to colonize Eastern North America. Now that was fun because I was actually able to do it. It's just you need to, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it quick. Then you gotta hurry up and beat up the Danes, and then you gotta beat up. You gotta push and get into those territories to be able to push up that far. There we go. And we're finally caught up on Diplo a little bit. It's just really difficult to play as that. It's possible, but it's just really difficult. It's just a matter of, if you get that, you're going to be just focusing on like one group of territories, because you can't really colonize much else, because it's just usually by the time you start colonizing, everybody else has already got it done. The one thing I'm really surprised by is, I've noticed it, is none of the African countries, none of the East Asia countries, except for maybe sometimes Ming and Japan, will ever do exploration or expansion ideas, which I find really funny. Because I feel like Japan and China or Ming can both actually gain a lot from those ideas. Because with exploration, they get Japan or Ming get Taiwan, they can get control of the Philippines, they get control of the Malacca trade node, the Malaccas, they can get into Australia. Hell, they can go into Alaska and take over California. I mean, they can take all this trade node and take it for themselves. It's just, you'd have to do it and then try to secure Mexico. Or if you don't get this, you lose access to all the trade. Because there's not too many trade routes that go in there. Rio Grande does, and that's about it. If you get Alaska and California, you would have to take Mexico to force trade back to Japan. Alright, good. You guys are back where you're supposed to be. Go ahead and start training. These guys are doing good. These guys are doing good. How is our military professionalism? Nearly at 60%. Permanent army, professional army. Not bad. Financially, we're still not doing great. We're not doing bad either. Still looking to get an heir. I'm hoping if I get an heir each, there's no zeros. I just pray to God there's no zeros. Although we're still suffering a lot of this. How many royal marriages do I got? I got 3. Yet my legitimacy just keeps going down more and more. Power projection plays a role. Have we embargoed France? Yes. Have we embargoed Hungary? Yep. And Russia. Power projection should probably be going up more. Alright, so let's see. Whoa, 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 it's gone crazy. Tims and the Mamluks are going to be a good war. So, sponsor the newspaper, I would lose money. But we get a -5 to tech and idea cost. I could get a stability point, which would be nice. Or 15 legitimacy. Now, I am looking. Oh, discontent's gone, so we should be fine on legitimacy. So that should be fine. It's just a matter of do I want to spend money to get idea and tech cost down. I don't know if it would be useful or not. Stability is always useful. I think we'll go for stability. At least for my use. I don't need tech and idea cost down because we are getting those ideas and techs done. It's just, it takes time to get it all. We'd lose 15 prestige, but I would gain 10 influence for papal, and the church is happy. How's this spreading? Okay, so Greece is still getting it. Danzig finally got it. It looks, nope. Maybe not. Yeah, Danzig finally got it. 244. It's not a 446, but it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. Alright. I say let's punch the Ottomans. Cause I don't think the coalition should be as much of an issue anymore. Yeah, Hungary's at 27. Nobody really cares. Besides, I can always throw another diplomat on that while the war rages. Alright. Let's go ahead and march you guys here. You guys will march here. You guys will march here. Get all the armies are on the other side of the fence. Timurids are pushing into this territory, but the Mamluks are pushing right back at them. Let's go ahead and get ready for it, and attack. And attack. Okay, that's military tech getting done. Let's dump 3 into that. Alright, I think we'll finish it off with this being the last war. We might let a little bit more time go by, but for the most part I think this war will be pretty much done. I don't know what all I really need from the Ottomans. That's just the thing. I do want more of this, because this gives me control more of the archipelago. Not at risk of causing anybody really to hate us. Could I just take all the outlier provinces to get me a little bit more land? Yes. I couldn't make him that. I'd like to make him a vassal if I could. That'd be nice. We could take this and then force him to be a vassal after go to another war with them. Imagine that. Poland with the Catholic Ottomans pushing against the Mamluks. Who won that war, by the way? They're at peace. I don't know who won. Was it the Mamluks who won? I don't think I remember them having control of this. Is there any territorial changes? I don't know if they lost control of that or not. It's just there's so much of a difference in how that happened. We could take 2 provinces from them, because I think that's the only ones I got. What's the other one I have a claim on? Just that. Could take this, just take their money, and then try to vassalize them next time. I think that's actually what we'd rather do. Because by that time I could absorb Albania into me, and then let the Ottomans be my new vassal. We'll do that. It's a little territory. That's what I want. Plenty enough what I want. That works for me. And then if the Ottomans are being destroyed yet, we'll just vassalize them. Do they have any more claims? Yes, they do have conquest claims, so we'll see. Either the Ottomans will survive or they'll die. If they survive, I'll turn them into a vassal and I'll make them Catholic. I'll do the whole 9 yards. Because I think they'd be more powerful to have than Albania at that point. I could go ahead and just begin the annex vassalization. Guess we go ahead and do it. Caught up on tech anyway for that, so I think we'll be fine. So we'll annex Albania. No, looks like the Ottomans are already getting beaten up by the Mamluks. Can cows? Ooh, wow. Yeah, they have 28,000 men to call on. Actually, how many troops can I get at one time? That's actually a good question. I could get 103. So I couldn't exactly upgrade these guys yet. Because what I would do is 3 cannons, and then get the rest of my infantry done. And I know the Ottomans won't win this. There's no way for them to beat the Mamluks at this point. The Mamluks are just too powerful. They'd have to call in so many mercs, and then just hold out in a defensive war. We'll see though. Haha, Poland's name's down here, not up there. That's great. Alright, let's go ahead and cancel this. Well, it's just a tough call. I kind of do want to annex them. Just because they're just not useful to me anymore. just a question of where do I go next. I could see about... Has Hungary got its... It did get into alliance back with Austria, so that's not good. However, it's only it's allied with Serbia. Ooh. I don't know if I don't think Serbia has enough territory to stop me from vassalizing them. I could be wrong, but I think they may not. So if it's based off development, I don't think they do. Take the money or get prestige. We'll take the money. That'll be the last of the churches getting built. Then we gotta get the workshops built, and then we should be doing financially well. We're already pretty stabilized. So I think the next thing I'll do is I'm going to get a level 4 fort built here. And I think we'll just finish out the level 4 forts for all my stuff. We'll annex Albania into our fold. So it's probably a good place to start getting ready to stop at. So I think we'll stop here. Alright. So I think I've been recording for about maybe an hour and a half so far. So again, we were lucky we got the name of Poland switched from down up here to down here, so now Poland is rightfully named where their capital was at. Ottomans are gone. Ah. You absorbed all their lands. That AE should be so much higher. So much higher, I feel right. I feel wronged. But as I was saying, Ottomans are now gone, so we'll annex Albania. We'll see if we can get a war going with Serbia. If we go to war with Serbia, hopefully we get lucky and we can get the war going with Hungary. If we can fight both of these guys, it's to our advantage, because that means hopefully Austria does not randomly join Hungary in a war. And I can beat up Serbia, maybe make them a new vassal. I don't know if they have enough land to stop me from doing it. I don't know if it's development based or not. If it is, it's 9, 20, let's say 21, 21, 28, 36, 36, 50, 73, 83. They wouldn't have enough development. So if I remember right, it might be development based. If it's development based, they don't have enough, so I should be able to vassalize them. I don't know if it is or not. Sometimes it just depends, because I think it's territorial how big you are too. So if we annex Albania, if we can get Serbia as a vassal, that'd be useful. And the other thing I would like to do is take control of Wallachia. We did go to war with Hungary to try to take over Slovakia, but I don't think it's useful enough at this point. I think our best bet is hitting Wallachia, taking it over. It gives us a lot more, that'll give more territory in the Balkans. If we fight them again, then we can go after Slovakia. Then we hit northern Transylvania, southern Transylvania, off-hold, and push them slowly more and more back. So we're pretty much doing we're going to be playing this as an Ottoman campaign, beating up Hungary each time. I don't know if Austria is going to be too happy about it, that I'm beating them up, but they may not have much of a choice. Again, I don't really have much where else I can expand. Mamluks are a choice, but they're more powerful than I am. They have a much larger army pool than I do. 120,000 men compared to my 90,000. I think Lithuania does give me a bit of a strategic advantage, since it gives me like another 58,000 it looks like. So with Lithuania and me, we would have enough, but problem is they also have, I think, a couple alliances. So they have an alliance with Mara. Not too big. They could put up a fight. They could provide reinforcements. Yemen, again, small but can provide reinforcements. Kilwa. Kilwa's usually a little 50-50. I'm used to seeing them a lot larger than that. Looks like they've been getting beaten up. And then finally, they got Delhi. Oh crap. So that's probably where most of our problems would arise from. If we go to war with the Mamluks, I think if my other two allies would get involved, Brandenburg and Austria, I think we could beat them. Without those two, I don't see Poland winning a war against the Mamluks because there's always the big fear that they could get Russia to agree, Armenia to agree, and then all of a sudden you see a flood of troops heading up into Lithuania. If Lithuania got hit, I wouldn't be able to hold it. I could hold them down here in Constantinople because it's a little bit easier, but I couldn't hold up there. Because we would have a fort here, it would distract it, we could see the numbers. If they tried to hit Constantinople on any side, I have 60,000 troops to call on at a moment's notice. They come in, provide the reinforcements I need, and then just hammer the Mamluks into pretty much submission until allies arrive. Brandenburg's probably somebody who would join. Surprised our friendliness is so low. We have border friction. They refused military access. That's a bit of a hard issue. And then you got, yeah, heretic religion. Surprised that's not more though. So I don't know how much longer an alliance with Brandenburg may be allowed. We have no diplomats to send, so we'll let time go by a little bit more. I'm going to get this guy off outraged. We're going to send this guy to get, soon as 23rd. We'll get this going with Brandenburg. Hopefully that increases that. We'll see. 20 points, that's better than nothing. And then we'll just deal with that. Do we get tech? Not concerned. And we'll add another military one down here. That should, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I think our main goal is that we're going to hold on to the admin points, we'll hold on to any Diplo, we're going to get the next round of tech done, and then we'll get these ideas started some more. Hopefully by that point, hopefully the institution for manufactories is spreading a little bit further, because it looks like it's spreading pretty good up here in the north, a little bit better now. The Balkan territories down here in Greece have already pretty much gotten a hold of it. Again, I keep thinking of ideas for expansion. It's so hard to expand now as Poland, since Ottomans were our punching bag, but now the punching bag is gone, so Asia Minor is going to be a bit of a chaotic place. If somebody else besides me can beat up the Mamluks, maybe we could beat them. But usually what happens is, if you can secure Asia Minor, they got a big pool of guys that can get into this. The only people that could really fight them would be Russia. And Russia is down by itself in a war. Oh my god. How big is the Russian army? Pretty big. Pretty big. Wait a minute. Why do the Russians have no cavalry or artillery? That's almost worthy of trying, just so I could see if I could kill them. If they sent straight infantry divisions at me, my guys would devastate them. I have cannons, for God's sakes. That's almost worth trying. That's almost worth trying, just to help Lithuania out.
I just don't know. So I'll go ahead and end it. I'm just rambling on because I'm thinking of different ideas of what to do. So we basically have three choices. It's either one, beat up Serbia, annex, and try to vassalize them, and then take Wallachia from Hungary to shrink their power. Try to fight a war against the Mamluks, which it more than likely won't work out. Or beat the infantry god that is Russia, because some reason the game doesn't provide me any statistics on any cavalry or cannons that they may or may not have. I don't know if that's a glitch. I don't know if that's accurate. If that's accurate, Jesus Almighty, this is something to work with. Because that means the Russians can get beat up. Because more than likely, if I would declare war on them, Timurids might try to go to war on them. Timurids tried, Chagatai might. Chagatai does, maybe these guys try. And then Korea. I mean, that's really the options we got. So, as always, guys, if you guys have been enjoying the content and enjoying this new Poland series as much as I have, it's went ways that I didn't even think would happen. Overall, it's been working pretty well. I mean, one setback on a single episode, but I can live with that. So again, I'll try to make a little update video probably as soon as I'm done recording this. So again, if you've been enjoying, like and subscribe. And of course, guys, have a very wonderful day, and thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you.